looking through the tunnel cause I see the light. And I'm about to give it everything I got in spite of all of my fears and all of my tears. I'm about to switch it up and start to change the gears. Definitely go all out. Ain't no time for me to postpone and say not now. It's a downhill trip with no brakes, bruh. Know what I was doing, so I counted all the stakes, bruh. Dream catcher, I ain't plan on stopping, no hell nah. It's so crazy how from doing this like all the day, bruh. I'm so addicted to it that I can't give it up, bruh. It already got me hooked, no way of letting go now. Just so you know, bruh, I'ma chase it. Been running so long that I got shoes with no laces. Wishing of having a bunch of watches with a whole lot of different gold faces. Success coming soon and I can already taste it. Dream catcher, oh, it's bigger than you could ever imagine. So big that I'm wanting a mansion. Hope you're lucky enough that you could have one. It's a dream catcher, oh, it's bigger than you could ever imagine. So big that I'm wanting a mansion. Hope you're lucky enough that you could have one. I said dream catcher, oh, it's bigger than you could ever imagine. So big that I'm wanting a mansion. Hope you're lucky enough that you could have one. I said dream catcher, oh, it's bigger than you could ever imagine. So big that I'm wanting a mansion. Hope you're lucky enough that you could have one.
Let me hear it again, show 'em how the town does it. When we come through, just win, baby, what we gon' do? Got the other team shaking cause we hitting hard. RP Jack Tatum and RP Al Davis. Never been a traitor, I'm a Raider, 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 Raider. Oakland Raider, 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 Raider. I'm a Raider, 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 Raider. Oakland Raider, 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 Raider. All I make is highlights, that was Crabtree. Whole crowd do the wave, do the max beat. And my favorite 32, that was Jack T. I look better in a silver and a black tee. When you thought we fell off, Raiders right back. Only one eye and win, eye patch. At the Coliseum, about to make the fire crack. All I make is hard hits like Khalil Mack. Yeah, D-Card, we stars. Bo Jackson, jersey number 3-4. I'm a Raider, Oakland Raider. From the Bay to LA to Las Vegas. I'm a Raider, 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 Raider. Oakland Raider, 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 Raider. I'm a Raider, 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 Raider. Oakland Raider, 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 Raider. I'm a Raider.
Intercepted in the end zone by Charles Woodson. Second career touchdown on a punt return. Can you believe it? Punt return by Tim Brown. The extra point is in.
This was our finest hour. This was the finest hour in the history of the Oakland Raiders. The Tom Flores, the coaches, and the great athletes. Your commitment to excellence and your will to win will endure forever. You were magnificent.
Yo, what's going on, Raider Nation, man? What's going on, YouTube, man? Welcome to another edition of The Power Hour, man, with Jack Bauer, brought to y'all by Tailgate Talk, man, where we don't ban, we don't block, we smoke our shit, we talk our talk, man. That's the Raider way. What's good with you, Jack?
My bro. It's been a long-ass week, man. How you been feeling, big dog?
Shit, that part, man. Just ready to get this shit over with, gang. I gotta work Saturday, man, but you know what I'm saying? I'm ready to kick back a little bit, get ready for some Raider football tomorrow. Irrelevant ass preseason game. Just ready to get it on out the way, gang.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Do we got anybody playing tomorrow that you think is really on the bubble like that, or it's pretty much a lot?
Tyrie Wilson on the bubble game.
So is he playing tomorrow? Is he playing?
Yeah, he's playing tomorrow. Yeah,
he's on the bubble, big dog. If you want to break it off with Tyrie, we can break it off. Look, man.
Tyrie, they done already been reports of that motherfucker. They said the ESPN said the Raiders got to trade him.
I think they should,
national
man.
media even already saying we got to get rid of it. That's a bad look. Once the national media got a hold of your ass, shit, boy. Tyrie was kind of floating under the radar, boy, until ESPN was like, every team's most tradable player, Tyrie Wilson. Bro, that motherfucker ain't worth 3 bags of stale Dorito chips, boy. Fuck you on, and 3 flat RC Colas. He ain't got no goddamn trade value. He sucks.
Well, what would have made him have trade value, man, honestly, would have been the best scenario for the Raiders. Because think about it, all offseason we was talking about, damn, man, what we going to do? We going to pay Kuntz, but, you know, we going to put Tyrie in with Kuntz. We really were trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. Tyrie Wilson ain't no defensive tackle. He's a defensive end. He's just not good at it. Let's just keep it above. So we wanted Kuntz, rightfully so, right? The best thing for the Raiders would have been had Tyrie Wilson stood out in the preseason. His trade value would have been through the fucking roof, right? Obviously, if he would have played well this preseason, we would have been happy to keep him. But just imagine if we was on the trade shit back then and he played well this preseason. This would have been a perfect time to trade his ass. Right before week 1, he had a good preseason. He's a first round pick, right? He would have been perfect. But guess what, man? Guess what? He goes into a preseason. He plays against he plays against backups, guys that will not make the league, right? And he still doesn't stand out. Now, you can go to all these YouTubers, bro, who like to break down film and do all this and that, and they'll sit there and tell you he had a good game based on some shit that you can't see during the game. I'm not buying that. I'm a regular dude. If you good, your shit should stand out during the game, bro. And his ass ain't standing out. And as a former first-round pick, he's definitely tradable. I would trade him yesterday, bro. I would trade his ass yesterday, bro. And
not only being a former first-round pick, bro, being a former top 10 pick.
Yeah,
I get it. Like, sometimes the majority of first-round picks, like, believe it or not, more of them tend to not pan out than actually pan out. But for being a top 10 pick and you don't stand out against third stringers, second stringers, like that's not a good look, bro. Like, in all honesty, based off just your draft position alone, you shouldn't even really be playing in this third preseason game. But the fact that you're playing in this third preseason game just tells everybody about where you're at in your development, where you're at in terms of where you stand on this depth chart, like what you've lived up to. It's dude, there's like most of these dudes that are playing tomorrow, most of them aren't going to be on the roster. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that you're a former top 10 pick and you're playing with a majority of guys that aren't going to be on the roster come week 1, that's sad.
You're showcasing yourself.
What up, Nutty Nate? What up, Owl's Ghost?
What up, Nate? What up, Ghost? What he's doing tomorrow is he's showcasing himself for other teams. Because even if the Raiders felt like he needed more work, tomorrow ain't the day to be getting that shit 1 week before it's time to really get it in. Like, look, when you had a whole training camp, all this, all that, tomorrow ain't gonna do you no damn better, big dog. So the fact that he's playing, to me, is a showcase for another team in case they want to swoop in by midnight and get it. That's what it seems like to me, bro. I don't think they put him on the field to show the Raiders for the Raiders to see more out of him. I think they put him on the field for other teams to see more out of him. The Raiders know what they got. They got enough snaps from that dude from the time he got to the Raiders till yesterday. So they know what time it is with Tyrie Wilson. They don't need another game to figure that out. So the fact that he's playing, to me, is more alarming because it's like, your ass is on a trade block, partner.
But let's just be real, though. Like, I get that there's realistic, mainstream media that's talking about the Raiders should probably get rid of Tyrie. But what's Tyrie's realistic trade value, dude? A 5th-round pick? A 4th-round pick
most
at
likely.
best?
Most likely. You're not going to really get,
Fuck that, my opinion. I'm not giving him another season, bro. Fuck that, dude. You don't draft somebody in the top 10 and just give them multiple fucking seasons, bro. Fuck that, dude. Fuck that. I mean, I get what you're saying. If we ain't got a choice, but goddamn, bro, we can't just continue to wait for... Bro, we can't continue to draft motherfuckers in the top 10 and just wait for them, bro. Like... We're like probably the only team in the National Football League that does this shit. Draft motherfuckers in the top 10 and just wait for them. You know what I'm saying? Man, fuck all that. What up, Raider Pete? I'm done waiting.
Yeah, bro. I'm not with the waiting. We had enough sample size, No, I'm not just with trading them just to trade them because I'm frustrated with them. No. If a team is knocking on the door and it sounds good, I'll let them go.
So what sounds good? What sounds good?
A 4th-round pick. I actually would like to take another player. I don't care about picks. I want another player. So if a team says, hey, we got a corner, we have a safety, we have,
a quarterback,
a receiver, I don't think we're going to get a comparable quarterback that's going to even
We're going to get Hendon Hooker for Tyrie Wilson.
I'd do that trade.
Or Dorian Thompson-Robinson from the Browns for Tyrie Wilson.
I'm not doing that trade. I'm not doing that trade.
I'm just throwing the shit that I've been hearing around. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
I honestly think we shouldn't trade for a quarterback anyways. I think the best quarterback to lead us is already the starter.
Yeah. Just forget the quarterback shit for now. We locked in with our guys, and of course we're gonna get on that in a second. But when it comes to this Tyrie thing in the vacuum, look. Don't force it. Like, I ain't saying trade the guy just for the fuck of trading him because
I say get rid of him. Make him the next Alex Leatherwood. Fuck him. He sucks.
I mean, I don't think he's.
I would give him a run at defensive tackle, and it would be a very short leash at defensive tackle. And if I don't see nothing there, you get rid of him, like ASAP. Like, I just don't see. We're in another position with Cleve Farrell, dude. That's the reason why I said it's Cleve Farrell overload. What trade value does Tyrie Wilson have? Like, what we want compared to what he's worth?
See, this is the thing, bro. Like, when we say trade him, or at least when I say trade him, I don't know what everybody else, but when I say trade him, I'm already coming in with a mindset that we're not going to get comparable value for him. If I want to trade this player, I really just want to get rid of him. I'm not really trading him because I'm expecting comparable value. That's not my mindset. I feel like I've taken a loss already. So my thing is I just put him off my roster and
no doubt. You're trading away a 1st-round pick. You're definitely taking an L.
Of course. I'm already taking the L because he didn't pan out. Period. Fuck if I'm trading him. Even if I didn't trade him and I sat him on the back of the bench, I'm still taking the L. So my thing is I've already taken the L. I'm not expecting comparable value, so to speak. I just want him off my roster and I want to try something new. So I'm not expecting to get something back. So my thing is I'm not going to force a trade, if it's not there. Like I said, let him play the season. Look, let him play. He's another body. Let him get out there and then just gradually walk on from him at the end of the season. But I don't say we do something now, mid-season, because none of that shit is going to matter right now, bro. None of that shit is going to matter. Have him play, evaluate him. Hey, if he turns out great, he don't already have it in the back of your mind, you're going to get rid of this motherfucker at the end of the year. Pay Kuntz. Don't bullshit and pussyfoot around with Kuntz. Go ahead and pay that man and just let Tyrie walk when it's time for him to walk next year. That's how I would do it. I wouldn't force.
Well, if you're being real, the smart organizational move would probably just be to keep him around because he's not making a shit ton of money and just try to see what you can get out of him. But that's the smart organizational move. But anybody with a brain that watches fucking football knows that he ain't worth a fuck and they should probably just go ahead and cut ties and move on now. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? But it's
Exactly.
just you have to put yourself into the shoes of an NFL organization. They are going to try anything they can to not have this pick blow up in their face. So they are going to go over, they're going to take leaps and bounds to play him at D tackle. They're going to move him around and try to see. But for like I said, dude, like I hate being right on these kind of things, bro. But I think at the end of the day, dude, there's Tyrie. I don't know if it was the injury or what it was. There's nothing about Tyrie Wilson's game that justifies him being a top 10 pick, bro. I hate to say this. I don't give a fuck how tall he is, how long his arms are. He never really played against any NFL, like real NFL talent in college, and when he did, he got dominated. He's the complete opposite of Khalil Mack. Like, Khalil Mack never really played against NFL talent, but when he did against Ohio State, he dominated. This dude's the complete opposite. He played against NFL talent, and he got dominated. So I just think it was a dumb pick all in all. You don't draft somebody who has plantar fasciitis in the top 10. A dude that, like, it's just, and this is nothing on Tyrie. Like, it's not his fault. Like, and that's why I say it's Cleve Farrell all over again, because we could say the same shit about Cleve Farrell. But it's just a sad situation. I don't see it working out from an organizational standpoint. Are they going to try to make it work out? Yes, they are. It's a smart thing to do. It's a smart financial thing to do. Who's to say it could take him 3 years to come along, but 3 years to come along rather than cutting him for nothing, I guess, is something, right? I don't think we got a chance to just sit here. I don't think we got time to just sit here and wait for motherfuckers to come along, bro.
No, but you do have time to sit there and wait if you're not really paying him that much money. Like I said, like, there's no reason to just get rid of him. Like, just because you're, like I said,
because we should be giving those reps to somebody else.
This is my point with it. Just tailor your expectations. Like, we shouldn't even be talking about him being a bust anymore. We already know he's a bust. Now we should try to get whatever we can out of him. That's where I'm at with Tyrie. I'm at, okay, we know you're not a first rounder. Okay, I'm gonna stop saying it. We know you're not finna be this Hall of Famer. I'm gonna stop saying it. Now, what can you give us on defense, bro? Can you give us anything? At this point, this is where I'm at with you, Tyrie. Can you give us anything? And if you can give us something, I'm with it. You ain't got to give us 10, 12 plus sacks and live up to this first round and live up to your position. Fuck all that shit now.
Yeah,
bro.
he does, though, Jack. We can't settle for mediocrity.
To me, he doesn't, because he's not that, and he's never been that, and he's not going to be that. I'm not expecting him to live up to something that somebody else put on him. Like you just said, it's not his fault. So I'm not expecting him to live up to something that's not really him. All I'm expecting him now to do, bro, is just be a comparable NFL player, go in there and be above average and stand out a little bit because of your prowess and your size and your and that. Like, give me something. Now, if you ain't giving me nothing, then you gotta go. But I'm not gonna expect first round talent from this dude, bro. And when it comes time to re-up, I'm gonna re-up and pay you based on you not being no first round talent, homeboy. You not. So my thing is,
you're like giving the organization a pass, kind of.
No, I'm not giving the organization a pass, because this regime wasn't even the one that drafted him. So I can't even give them a pass, because
no,
this is
I
not
agree.
even their
This
fault.
regime, no. What up, Dixon?
Yeah.
What up, Ray?
And I'm not even finna even bring Mark into this. This ain't got shit to do with Mark. So I'm not blaming this regime about
just
Tyrie
another
Wilson,
fucked
bro.
up move that Josh McDaniels did that set our organization back even further, bro. So whatever.
So my thing is, like, I'm not blaming nobody, bro. It's one of them things where it is what it is. Let's stop playing this blaming game with shit. Like, and okay, let's tailor our expectations and stop expecting shit we know that's not gonna happen, and then becoming disappointed when it don't happen. He ain't a first rounder. We know it. Okay, let's see if we can get a little bit out of this guy this season. And if we can't, he's gone. You know what I'm saying? He ain't showed us shit so far. He ain't even showed me nothing to where it's like, well, damn, like, okay, you're not a first rounder, but all right, if you in there with Max and company, you can at least get off a little bit, win a one-on-one, man. You ain't showed me nothing. So in that regard, I'm disappointed in him, and when it comes to that, you're gonna just start losing time, and eventually you're gonna just lose a spot. But I'm not expecting first round talent from you, man. But we can get off Tyrie if you want, but that's all I gotta say about that one.
No, I just like I said, dude, I understand what you're saying, but when you draft somebody as high as that, dude, like, we can't be waiting. We can't settle for some dude just being a rotational player. We can't settle for him to be a fucking special teams guy, dude. Like, that's the reason why our organization has been shit as long as it has, because we just keep settling. Oh, well, guess what? You know, he was a top 10 pick, but it's not going to work out. You know, we'll make him a backup. We'll make him a special teams guy. We'll just forget about that even happened. Just sweep it under the rug, water under the bridge. No, that's the reason why we've been shit for 40 years. And I don't see why people with a brain don't see this. Like, you cannot keep settling for just fucking up. When we fuck up, we can't just continue to fuck up. When you make a mistake, you learn from it. When you continue to make a mistake and you never learn from it, that's the definition of insanity. Trying the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. It's not okay. It's not okay, bro. And I don't mean to sound fucked up to people that have that kind of mindset, but it's not okay. And the fact that we continue to give this organization a pass and they continue to get a pass is the reason why they settle for mediocrity, bro.
But see, Ben, nobody,
not okay.
Nobody on planet Earth, bro. Nobody on planet Earth, in the organization and out of organization, is ever given the Raiders a fucking pass, bro. We have criticized this team.
No, we're not giving the org. I'm talking about we need to stop giving players a pass.
Man, fuck these players.
Stop giving first-round picks a pass. Oh, well, you know, we fucked up. Who cares? Oh, whatever, another first-round pick.
Bro,
and with that mindset, you're just going to continue because guess what? Everybody's going to forget about it. He sucks.
Bro,
well, guess what? The Raiders always suck when they draft, bro.
But Ben, we don't even give the play. I have to push back on that, bro, because we don't even give these players a pass, bro. We criticize every bust-ass first-round pick.
Everybody and mama trying to give Tyrie Wilson a pass right now, bro.
Nobody's trying to give. I don't care.
Look at my chat right now. He was injured. He needs more time. Play him at a different position. That's all people giving him a pass for being absolutely dog shit for where he was drafted and the position that he plays, bro. That's a pass, dog.
Bro. The majority.
At least that's how I look at it.
The majority. You're gonna have a sprinkle of people
fuck
here
that,
and there.
Dude. He either plays defensive end or he don't. He gets the fuck off the team. Period. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
We talking about the majority of the fan base, bro. Ain't giving that dude a pass. And that's what I'm talking about. I don't talk about the minority, like sprinkles here. People gonna just be weird. But the majority of the fan base ain't giving this dude a pass and ain't giving none of our first rounders or a pass. Raider Nation is historically harsh on players, coaches, refs, or everything.
And I'm not just saying, talking about the organization too. Like, we're fine with just selling for bums in the first round. Like, don't get it fucked up like that. It's this organization as a whole too, dude. It's not. I'm not talking about fans. Of course, us as fans, we're extremely critical of our players. I get that. But I'm talking about, like, in terms of the organization, and then the some fans that are just like, oh, well, you know, it's whatever, play him out of, that shit don't pass for me, bro. Like, we gotta quit. We gotta quit with that shit.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on some of that, like, play out of position shit. I've never been a fan of that. And like I said with Tyrie, like, just to like end it with him, like,
I'm just done settling for just being mediocre, Jack. I'm done settling for, oh, well, you know, we fucked up again. There's always next year. Oh, well, guess what? We fucked up again. There's always next year, bro. Like, I'm just tired of settling for that, bro. And that's almost the standard within our organization, bro. Like, that's our mantra. There's always next year, bro. And I'm tired of it, bro. And until we start drafting better in the first round, it'll always be that. Drafting better as a whole. So.
And look, let me take on that a little bit. Because that same mindset that you're talking about, some of the fans have with, oh, it's always next year and this and that and we'll wait and this and that and da-da-da-da. Those are the same fans that are scared to package up first round picks and go up and get a quarterback. Oh, it's too much. Oh, we're doing this. Oh, we're doing that. As if we fucking ever did anything. As if you ever seen any success with this fucking team. So the same way you feel about them fans, I feel that about the same portion of those fan base who's scared to take a risk and a gamble and really go up there and get a quarterback, or really take or really package up some shit and really go out there and do it. Yeah, I know people gonna say what's available.
You can't force another team to trade down.
No. I'm not talking about forcing teams. It was teams because I proposed this question. You can go back and look at the film, bro. I was trying to ask the panel, ask the people, would you go up and trade if the trade was available? Fuck, all teams ain't doing it. That ain't the fucking question. Yeah, you think it's too hard.
Yeah, I get you.
The question is, if the shit is available, all you needed to do is package up these picks and go and get it. And a lot of people said no. Them the motherfuckers I'm talking about.
No, I did. I was definitely on the verge of yes, I'm doing that. That's because everybody knows I wanted to trade up. I just knew that it wasn't going to happen.
But see, you had people. But see, that wasn't even the question. Wasn't a hypothetical. The question was, would you do it if it was available? And my thing is, people still say they wasn't going to do it. Yeah, those are the type of people that's never seen the Raiders win.
Bro. That's settling for mediocrity. If you're going to say no on that.
Thank you. That's my point. And those are the same fans that are sitting there giving all the excuses that I believe that you're talking about. Waiting till next year and giving people time.
If you said no on that question, then yeah, you are 100% settling for mediocrity. If you're not down to trade up and go get yourself a franchise quarterback, I've said this 100 times, until the Raiders get a franchise quarterback, we will 100% be rebuilding. I don't give a fuck how good our defense is. I don't give a fuck how good our offense is. It doesn't matter if you don't have a starting quarterback in terms of the National Football League at the helm underneath center, dude, you will forever be rebuilding, dude. You will never get over the hump. You will never win a division crown. And a division crown is your first step to a Super Bowl. If you're not having a chance to compete inside of your division, you're not gonna compete for a Super Bowl, and you're sure in the hell ain't competing in your division if you ain't got a franchise quarterback. What up, Daniel Bear?
Right. And speaking of quarterbacks, let me get on that. Because another thing that I was hearing right when Minshew was named the starter, another thing that I was hearing that I was like, man, this is bullshit, was and I didn't really hear this from the fans. I really heard this from other YouTubers that made videos. Minshew was the starter all along. That was the whole plot from the beginning. AOC never had a shot. Since Minshew was making 15 plus million or whatever, he was destined to be it because of the money that they're paying. Man, if that wasn't the most dumbest, most bullshit, most excuse written shit I've ever heard in my motherfucking life, bro. We sat there and watched all that preseason, bro, and both them up. Nobody stood out, bro.
Yeah, nobody separated themselves from the pack.
Nobody separated themselves, for one. All right. And then from two, it's like, Aiden O'Connell, bro, you had all offseason, bro, to come back and be the starter with the experience that you had with the 10 games that you played, bro. Minshew was coming in. Yeah, I know it's a new offense, blah, blah. But he's coming in with the same starters, bro. Same players, bro. And he's able to stay even keel with you, man. And I had a lot of faith in AOC, even though I was critical in him. But now it's just like, okay, you are what you are now. 4th round pick. You're going to be on the fringe of a starter. You're going to be a perennial backup. That's the expectation I got for Aiden O'Connell now that he got beaten out by Gardner. So now, similar to Tyrie Wilson, my expectation is different now. Now, I know we got a quarterback problem because the dude that I was hoping to beat this backup, right? Because Gardner Minshew is a fucking backup, guys. To beat this other backup, he didn't do it, guys. He didn't do it. So now we got to go into the season with Gardner Minshew as a starter. When AP named the starter, he didn't even look happy that he was doing it. He didn't even look enthused. And he said something in particular that was key. He said, I think he gives us the best start for the first quarter of the season. So you're promoting the quarterback for the first quarter of the season? So you got confidence, but not enough confidence to officially stamp him the starter of the season? Come on, bro. That's how you know this shit is going downhill fast, bro.
Well, I mean, we were talking about all offseason that we weren't going to have no fucking quarterback, bro. Like, we already knew once the season was over that we were too good to have a top pick. You know what I'm saying? We knew that there was really no free agent quarterbacks available. The only free agent quarterback that would have made us relevant or had a chance to make us relevant, you know, probably the best quarterback in free agency would have been Kirk Cousins. But do you want to pay him $50 million a year with his age coming off that injury? You probably don't. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us wanted to trade for Justin Fields. Justin Fields looks like absolute dog shit in Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people were saying pick up Russell Wilson on a vet minimum. He looks no better than Justin Fields so far in Pittsburgh. And I know it's all preseason. I'm just saying these are the other quarterbacks that we had options to go get, right? And then the other only quarterback that we had a chance to get was Gardner Minshew. So we got in where we could fit in. We stayed in our lane. The Raiders, in my opinion, probably got the best free agent quarterback. Like I said, unless you're into paying Kirk Cousins $50 million, that's your opinion. I'm not. You know, I knew the Raiders going. I called Aiden O'Connell to be the starting quarterback going into this year just because I didn't expect the Raiders to make any moves in free agency to go try to pick up a quarterback. I knew we weren't in a position to get a quarterback that would compete with Aiden, but obviously we got Gardner, and we've seen where we're at now. But this is the issue where we stand now, right, Jack Bauer, with this quarterback shit, right, is that we haven't had a quarterback controversy, right, over the last couple of years. Well, now we're about to have a real quarterback controversy. I keep saying that shit all fucked up. Controversy, right? And what I mean by that is that as soon as Gardner Minshew makes a bad throw, as soon as Gardner Minshew has a bad game, get Aiden O'Connell out there. Get Aiden. Throw him out there. We told you he was better. We told you. Get Aiden out there. And that's controversy, bro. So that's an issue that we're about to be facing now, dude. With this is if Gardner Minshew goes out there and has one bad game, the entire Raider fan base is going to call for his head. At least the majority of the guys that wanted Aiden. They're like, I told you so. And it's going to be a controversy, bro. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, you got to give, like Dixon just said, you got to give this offense, he said 6 weeks. I believe you got to give your team at least 4 weeks to see but
yeah.
You know, but I just honestly feel like there's going to be real quarterback controversy, bro.
Yeah, I do.
Minshew shits the bed one time, dude. It's gonna be over with.
Yeah. But see, you know, I trust Minshew to be safe with the ball more than I trust Aiden to, you know, pull an impromptu play out his ass when we need him to. You know, one thing somebody can do if they just, you know, just be more mentally strong. One thing somebody can't do because they just physically can't do it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, let's say we on 3rd and 3, or 3rd and 3.5. You know, is Aiden gonna go run and go get them yards? You know, maybe not. We know Minshew is for sure. You know, red zone. Think about that type of shit. Is Minshew gonna be better? Maybe he's more of a threat because he can take off. Maybe he's more of a liability because he'll throw an interception. We don't fucking know. We don't know. So, you know, like me personally, I don't care who is starting and playing. My thing is, I'm just disappointed that Aiden O'Connell didn't beat him out. Even though I don't care that he's not the starter, I just wanted to see him improve and beat him out. And the fact that he didn't, it's like, all right, he didn't. It is what it is. He didn't beat him out. He didn't beat the veteran out. You know, I'm not surprised. You know, I would say, because he's not like a first round, second round, third round quarterback, guys. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not surprised. I'm just disappointed because I wanted him to do it. So, we going in with the veteran. It is what it is. I don't expect Minshew to be as careless as some people think. I think he understands more than anybody that, his job is pretty much on the line with every interception that he throws, bro. With every pass he throws, he's pretty much has the free. We pretty much taking the page out of the Patriots when they say, the football is the franchise. Whenever you got that motherfucker in your hand, you have the franchise in your hand. That's how Minshew needs to think on every throw. The franchise is in your hand, bro. If you fuck up on this throw, your ass is grass. You about to go sit your ass down because they're itching to put Aiden O'Connell back in. And I don't doubt that they itching to put him back in early. I don't think they want to do a late change after the no. I think if he start fucking up early, week 2, week 3, you're gonna see Aiden take over early. And even if Aiden fucks up, he's not coming out. So that's how I look at it, man.
Well, see, J-Dog said either one of them could have thrown a pick. Maybe it's more than just that Aiden throwing a pick is the reason why he lost the spot. So I'm gonna tell you like this. Let me break it down to you from a organizational head coach, owner, GM type situation, right? Scenario, right? How many interim head coaches pan out to be successful NFL head coaches? Not a very high percent, right? Tell me how many first round or first year head coaches. Tell me how many first year head coaches come out that are very successful, right? And then put yourself into that coach's shoes, right? You have a second-year quarterback that was drafted in the 4th round, which means that, he probably wasn't drafted to ever start, and was drafted to probably be a backup for the majority of his career. And maybe at some point he develops into a starter, but the possibility of that happening is really low, right? So you want to go with him, or do you want to go with a guy that took a not very talented, depends how you look at the Colts. I don't think they're very talented. To one game out of the playoffs last year. He's started over 30 games in the National Football League. He's been a Pro Bowl quarterback. Just put all that into it, right? You're gonna go with that guy. You're not gonna go with the 4th round second year quarterback.
Right.
Right. Even if
especially with your job on the line.
Yeah, exactly. And especially if your job's on the line, that part, because we don't know how long his tenure is, right? We don't know how long his leash is. So, as a coach, yeah, that's a smart move. Yeah, you started Minshew. And that's regardless of, what flashes we saw in Aiden. You still have to keep that youth predicament, that youth situation very high on your list, dude, because you don't want to have a guy that's young and ain't been there and done that out there, bro, in big games, especially when you're a coach that, you're trying to prove to this owner and this organization that you can be a long-term head coach. So, unfortunately, they didn't put him in the best of spot to have a quarterback, but this is who he's rocking with. And if I put myself in AP shoes, I think it's a good decision.
Yeah.
Is it my decision? No, because I like Aiden, and I think Aiden has strong upside, but at the same time, Aiden, in my opinion, Aiden really isn't ready right now. He's not ready right now. Can he be something?
I think they made the best decision.
Yeah, but if the Raiders want to win right now, which I've said this before, if we want to win right now, you go with Gardner.
Yeah, I think Gardner's the better quarterback now, man. Because what I saw from Aiden this year, it just didn't to me seem like, he improved too much, bro. Honestly, it seemed like he was just a little polished from last year, but it didn't seem like he came back, better. But I'm not necessarily mad about it. I want to see what Minshew can do now at this point. I like the fact that he is mobile. Now, here's my thing with this, dude. he was connecting a lot of shit with Trey Tucker downfield. You know what I'm saying? And to me, I think that was one of the better things that I saw between him and Aiden. But what was his connection like with Devonte in practice and training camp? Do we know? Does anybody know? I know he threw a medicine ball.
Devonte wasn't even there for almost damn near the entirety of training camp, dude.
So
he was out with his kid, the labor shit.
Right, so he doesn't have much rapport.
He didn't participate in any training camp before that, so no, he wasn't there.
Got you. So he doesn't have much rapport with Devonte as compared to the other receivers. So
maybe in OTAs, but definitely no training camp.
And you see, that's kind of shaky because think about it. You know how Devonte runs his routes, the unorthodox. They take time to develop. You see, Aiden sometimes has some trouble with, waiting till that shit develop to get on the ball. You know what I'm saying? So, Minshew had that same problem with the timing with Devonte and his routes, and Devonte dance and cook and do what he do. Then he look up and the ball's gone. You know what I'm saying? Or Minshew's running, and then he's getting.
Shout out to the 30, hit the like button.
Yep, shout out. So, maybe we'll see some of that, but hopefully, Devonte and him is cooking at least, man. I mean, he's a great receiver, so I'm sure any quarterback, man, can figure it out, But
so this is what I said on Sunday when they announced the quarterback, right? Gardner, I feel like, is going to be a quarterback that's been there and done that. He understands how hard it is. Probably no diddy, no pause or pause on that one. You hear me? In terms of how hard it is how good it is to have a wide receiver like Devonte, right? Like, he's gonna know that he can just throw that joint up, bro. Like, all right, bro. Like, I got this guy. I'm gonna throw that joint up. I'm gonna go let him go out there and make plays. Aiden is one of those guys. He's a young guy, so he's gonna want to go and press. He's gonna want to make sure he spreads the ball around. Everybody kind of gets the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to make sure he touches it. He touches it. So then after the game, you know what I'm saying, the coach is going to is going to think real high of me because I spread the ball around, right? That's good and all, right? But at the same time, when you got a wide receiver like Devonte, you got to understand, like, that's him. And that dude needs the ball. And I don't give a fuck if you give him 100 targets, he needs the football. And I just think Minshew, like you said, what up, Hit Stick Stepper? What up, Charm City? With, like you said, the whole unorthodox play style, right? Devonte Adams, that kind of fits up his repertoire, right? Because if you go and look at a lot of big plays between Devonte Adams and Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay, dude, a lot of them were the pocket breaking down, Aaron Rodgers kind of just getting out of there, and then it breaking down and Devonte getting wide open.
Right.
Right. And Aaron Rodgers keeping his eye on Devonte. And I think Minshew is that kind of quarterback. Like, as soon as he breaks out, I'm like, where's Devonte? Where's Devonte? Where's Devonte? And he's going to throw that bitch, bro. Devontae's that good that he's going to make the play more times than not for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Devonte wants the ball, and he wants to be a Pro Bowler, All-Pro, and break these records. I promise you right now, he's going to have a better chance of that with Gardner than he will with Aiden. Because Aiden's going to want to spread the ball around. He's just going to want to impress. Gardner's not. He knows that dude's that good, and guess who's getting the ball? I promise you right now, dude. Devonte Adams is about to have even if we lose, dude, Devonte Adams is about to have a shit ton of yards, dude. A shit ton. He's going to have the same mindset as Derek Carr. Devonte Adams is down there somewhere, and he's going to throw that motherfucker, bro. Ain't giving a fuck about where he's at. Aiden wasn't like that. Aiden relied a lot on, like, Jacoby Myers and Trey Tucker. I don't know if he didn't understand the greatness of Devonte Adams, but even Devonte Adams said to himself, most of the time I'm getting double covered. So you just got to trust to throw me the fucking football. And I promise you right now, Gardner is going to be the guy that's going to trust to throw that motherfucker the football, bro. I promise you, dude. He's shown over his entire career. Every time he gets a number one receiver, he's chunking that motherfucker, bro. Go get it. Hey, bro, Devonte, go get this motherfucker, bro. Bow.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you,
Hey,
dude.
and then, hey, that's a great point, Ben. Real great point. And then also to add to that shit, because look, Aiden O'Connell, he's not going to scramble like that, too. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, even if he wants to get Devonte the ball, all the times that he did get Devonte the ball, it's just, good protection. Everybody kind of did their
Everything
shit,
had to go perfect.
and then he got him the ball. Now, we got another element to that, like you brought up, the fact that the improv shit, Minshew can get out, scramble. He's gonna be looking for Devontae. You know what I'm saying? That's an element that we never had in the offense that I think we can have, and that's what I'm saying. If he cannot throw interceptions, this dude is an improvement for sure. I mean, and then when I say not throw interceptions, I mean how the nation is kind of comparing Aiton's ball security, quote unquote, versus Minshew. You know what I'm saying? Because that's kind of the big difference. Minshew can run, scramble, but he throws turnovers. Aiton is more conservative. He'll stay in the pocket, but he's not. He's not going to throw the turnover. So I'm just going off that kind of thing, right? If Minshew, bro, could just not just throw the bonehead turnovers and make the bonehead mistakes.
Yeah.
I mean, bro,
It
really may not be as bad as we think, bro. Because you made a really good point about him being able to do that. Now, if he's doing that on a bad level, we're screwed. If he's doing that on the good level, we got a shot.
And if you look at Gardner Minshew's career, does he have somewhat of what you could say a high turnover to interception ratio? Yeah, it's a little bit better than 1-to-1. It's closer to 1.5-to-1 in terms of touchdowns to interceptions. But he doesn't technically make them bonehead plays. A lot of his interceptions are just the casual interception. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you may fuck up and throw a pass in a double coverage because you don't read the protection right or the coverage right, or sometimes make a good play or defenses make a good play. But in terms of bonehead plays, you don't really see a lot of those. It's crazy to say that because how unorthodox, that he plays. He's very off scripted sometimes in terms of how he plays. So I mean, I've said this before, dude. And I'll say it again. I've been saying it for weeks, months. We just need a quarterback that don't turn the ball over. Do not turn the ball over. Orchestrate our offense. Get your playmakers the ball. We don't need We don't need a quarterback that's going to put his team on his back. We need a quarterback that understands who he's got around him. We got arguably one of the best wide receivers in football. We got arguably one of the best number 2 wide receivers in football. We have arguably the best tight end room in football. There's in my opinion, there's question marks in terms of the running game and the offensive line just because I haven't seen enough. But if all those things pan out, the recipe to having a good offense, borderline great offense, is here. It's just sometimes you could have all the right ingredients but not have the right chef, right? So we just need this quarterback just to come in. Dude, you got Devonte. He's going to be double covered at time. Give him the ball until he proves you wrong, right? And let everybody else just kind of fill in and do their thing. And I just don't see how it could go wrong offensively unless, what up, Mode? Unless, like I said, we can't run the football because regardless of who won the quarterback battle, neither one of these quarterbacks are winning you the game off of their shoulder. They're going to need a running game, and they're going to have to be protected. So that's the only way, guys, I could see our offense being not very good. If we can't run the ball and we can't protect the quarterback, and it's not just us, that goes for all other 31 teams in the National Football League. If you can't protect your quarterback, you're not going to be good. So a lot of people shit on Jimmy G last year. As much as Jimmy G wasn't good, we didn't protect him good enough. Aiden O'Connell the same time, dude. It took us, probably 10 games to finally start protecting quarterbacks. So that's just the way it's going to be, bro. But, playmaker-wise, skill position-wise, across the offense, there's no excuse for us to not at least be, top. I don't want to say – I want to say top half, but the quarterback's question mark, I'd say if we can be anywhere 17 and higher, I think we'll be all right. But we'll see. I definitely don't think we're going to have a top 10 offense. But if we can be anywhere around middle of the pack, and it's crazy because now we're the offense on the opposite, right? Like we see like, oh well, if we have a good offense, we have a middle of the pack defense. Now it's okay. Well, we'll have a good defense if we have a middle of the pack offense, bro. So I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
And that defense still got to go out there and prove it too. You know what I'm saying? And I think what's up with that? What's up with the cornerback position, bro? Who's getting that second corner spot?
Jorian Bennett, bro. I've actually liked how he's played, bro. The Cowboys tried to test him a couple times last game, deep, dude, and he played good, bro. At least for it being a preseason game and the entirety of our defense not playing well outside of, a few plays from Jack Jones and Max Crosby. I thought Jorian Bennett's probably had the best preseason so far because he had to prove a lot of people wrong, including myself. I didn't think Jorian Bennett was very good. I thought he was just another guy that was just overrated. Like a lot of guys, you know how we have those guys that Raider Nation falls in love with every year. Yeah, man, he's going to be good. He's the next coming of Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? And they never pan out. Like I was a Jorian Bennett fan last year, but he let me down. He broke my heart, and I wasn't going to fall for it this year. So I was going to just kind of just let everything play out before I made my decision. But so far, through these first couple of preseason games, and I don't think Jorian Bennett's going to play in this last preseason game. He's opened my eyes again, because last year when we had all that hype around Jorian Bennett, he didn't look good in the preseason either. He looked mid in the preseason. This year, bro, like he's looked decent. He had that big fourth down breakup when they tried to test him in the end zone against the Minnesota Vikings, and there was twice last game. I mean, I know it was the Cowboys backups. I get that. But they tried to test him deep twice, bro, and he wasn't having it. And one of them, I believe, was a fourth down joint, too, or a third down where they had to give us the ball back. So he played well.
Yeah. And I like kind of what he did because, last year to me, it looked like his effort wasn't there on a few plays. His effort wasn't there, and it seemed like he was lost. But
his youth definitely shined last year, bro. Like, you can tell he was a young player. Like, he was lost in the sauce for sure, dude.
Yeah, so, like, when I saw his performance this preseason, and I didn't really see anybody else kind of stepping up and taking that second corner spot, I knew it was a possibility. And the fact that he's actually the front runner for that spot, or hey, maybe he's named the starter, who knows, is actually good because as a player we drafted, right? He had a rough first season, came back second season, now he's a starter. That's the type of shit you want, right? Yeah. That's the type of shit you want. So I'm glad to see him doing that. I know we cut Faison. Did we cut Brandon Faison? Is he gone?
No, I don't think so. I wouldn't be surprised. I haven't. To be honest, bro, I haven't checked into the news, but I think I would have seen that. I don't think we cut him. I think he's still here. I don't know why. He ain't played.
Okay, I thought we cut him, but okay.
But if we did,
maybe
fuck it. Good shit. Regardless.
Yeah. What do you think about Andres?
He wasn't going to get much playing time this year anyways, dude. He was going to be one of those guys that was going to be like fifth or sixth cornerback on the roster anyways.
Sure. Maybe just the guy at camp, veteran. Who knows? Do you think Andres Pete will be cut?
That's a good question. I don't think so. Maybe. I don't think so, just because I don't think we have any other backup left tackle. I'm trying to think. Like, I know we got Colton Miller, DJ Glaze, and Thayer Munford. Who the fuck else we got besides Pete? And that's why I started thinking, like, unless they see Glaze as being a swing tackle. Now, if they could see Glaze being a swing tackle and play both sides, then, I mean, yeah, I could see him being cut. I didn't see anything in this preseason to keep him around, to be honest, but looking at the depth chart, I could see him possibly keeping him around for depth, but he didn't
it's crazy.
Do himself any justice, bro. That shit looked bad, bro. He looked bad.
And the Saints fans were letting us know.
He looked bad too.
Yeah, and the Saints fans were letting us know, man, as soon as we got him. All the Saints fans were in all the comment section like, y'all gonna not like this dude. I'm trying to tell you, and I believed him.
You gotta take that shit with a grain of salt, though, bro, because Andres Pete was an all-pro when he was over there, bro. Like, When all pros leave other teams, sometimes you got to take that shit by a grain of salt in terms of like they might just be salty that their player left. It wasn't like they were just losing anybody. And when Andres Pete started dealing with them injuries in New Orleans, he was coming off an all-pro season. So the injuries is what fucked him up.
That's what
lack of anything. It was just that he was an injured fucking player.
But not though. That they I gotta give them their credit. They didn't just hate on him. They mentioned that. They said all that. They said he was good at one point. He was this, he was that, but he ain't it now. And y'all got him. Y'all got used goods. That's basically what they said, and that's exactly what we did. It's like what we got.
Well, I mean, it ain't like he's some young player. You feel me? Like, he is an aging vet. I think he's been in the league for like 9 years, dude. In my opinion, like, he looks bad. He looks worse than advertised, but I don't feel like we should have had high expectations when we got this dude anyways. You know what I'm saying? Like, he hasn't really played in terms of regular season games or anything for the last couple of years. You know, so...
That's cut candidate to me, man.
No, I agree. I agree, bro. The only reason why I could see them keeping him around is just because I don't think we have much depth across our tackle position. I'm trying to think. We have Glaze and whatever fucking offensive tackles are. We got Glaze and Miller and Munford. Who else we fucking got? I'm trying to think. I can't think of anybody else.
That's it.
We probably got some motherfuckers, some no-name motherfuckers from like fucking Wiener Schnitzel University or something, but like ain't nobody that's gonna have a fucking shot. You know what I mean? Like
WU.
Yeah. So I mean, I could see him keeping around for that factor alone. You know what I mean? But nah, he sucks, dude. He's fucking terrible. I don't know. I use my words kind of strong. I mean, I don't know. From what I saw, he did not look very good, dude. That was a poor fucking sample size for former all-pro fucking lineman, dude. He didn't look very good at all. That shit was
That'd be a killer play for the game winning play.
What?
Him giving up that fucking sack. Was that him?
What game winning sack are you talking about?
I'm saying that is sounds funny, but I'm just saying though that would be bad if he gave up that sack during the game winning play. Like you know what I'm saying? Like we can't have that motherfucker out there.
That's almost the play that the fucking offensive tackle from the Patriots made against Max Crosby when we sacked him for the safety to win the game.
Right.
That was the worst attempt of a block that I've ever seen, probably by an offensive line in an actual regular season game. And that tight end had no shot, dude. That tight end literally didn't even fucking try to block Max Crosby. That's probably one of the biggest plays I've ever seen from a defensive player is to end the game like that, the way he did on a safety, bro. Like, as great as Khalil Mack was, I never seen him do that. Like, that was kind of cool. I guess that's one thing.
I think the Chandler Jones joint was sick. You talking about that one?
No, that one too, but no, I was talking about when Max Crosby sacked the Patriots last year, bro. And we beat him on the fucking safety in the end zone. We sacked him in the end zone.
Yeah. So what you think, bro? We got a Gardner Minshew versus Easton Stick. Pause.
Gardner Minshew is the starter.
Yeah, I mean, Gardner Minshew versus Easton Stick. Week 1.
Week 1. Yeah, I had a dude on earlier on the podcast that said he thinks that fucking that Herbert's gonna play week 1. Like, I mean, I could see him playing week 1. I just don't think it's a good idea for the Chargers. It's a bad idea in my opinion, dude. You don't keep somebody around, bro. You don't keep him in there, bro, and fuck up a young player by fucking having him trying to run from Max Crosby and Malcolm Kuntz and Christian Wilkins with a bad foot. But you know, he's a tough son of a bitch, bro. But you know, the dude made a good point earlier. Like, they're probably in a better spot with a 50% Justin Herbert than they are with 100% Easton Stick. In my opinion,
maybe week 1, but what about week 10 and year 2 and year 3 after you didn't fuck his leg up? You know what I'm saying?
In my opinion, it just depends on how much does Harbaugh really want to win this game. Like, what does this game really mean to him? If this game, if he really wants to win this game and it means a lot to him, he'll play hardball. I mean, he'll play Herbert. But if he's just looking towards the future right now, he's not gonna play Herbert, dude. He's gonna go out there and continue to let Herbert get healthy and build the team around him and just play it by ear. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. It's hard to say, bro. It's really hard to say. But if I look at it, I just, regardless, Jack Bauer, of who they play, we're going to have an advantage. Because we're not going to get a 100% version of Justin Herbert week 1. If he plays week 1, he's not going to be 100%. So that's advantage us. So,
True.
You know, regardless or not, I think the Raiders got the advantage there. Bigger advantage if Easton Stick plays, but regardless of the matter, we still got the advantage. Herbert's solid. I won't go as far as saying he's good yet, because he's honestly got the second most losses. How many years has he been in the league? 3 or 4? The second most losses throughout his first fucking 3 years than Derek Carr. Like, Derek Carr is the only other quarterback that has more losses than him. So, you know, people criticize Derek all the time, but they don't want to talk shit about Herbert losing all them games. They don't want to talk shit about Herbert being up 27-0 in the playoffs and blowing that and losing that game. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the fuck that was. So, I don't know. Like I said, it just kind of depends how his injury progresses and how serious Harbaugh thinks of this game. You know, I think as a coach, I think it'd be smarter to not treat this like a sprint and treat it more like a marathon. And if he's not there for the first couple of games, if you can just escape a couple of those games, I don't know who the rest of their schedule is. But obviously, I don't think they plan on beating the Raiders with Easton Sticks. But if they can win a couple of other games and just stay afloat till Herbert comes back, I think that would be the smart move. But sometimes Harbaugh can be aggressive. We'll see. See, at the end of the day, bro, I think regardless, we're going to have the advantage. All right, Jack, I'm out of here, bro. Much love, boy. The Power Hour with Jack Bauer. Sponsored by Tailgate Talk, where we don't ban, we don't block, we talk our shit, we smoke our shit, we talk our talk, man. It's the Raider way. We appreciate you guys, man. I'll be live tomorrow for the play-by-play, Raiders versus 49ers, 6:45 p.m. Pacific. I'll be live. We got Black Saturday coming up, all kinds of shit. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Jack Bauer, always a pleasure talking to you, my boy. You know what time it is.
No doubt, my dog.
I'll catch
you
next time,
weekend.
bro. Raider Nation, you guys hit the like button, subscribe, and like I said, I'll be live for the play-by-play tomorrow. I got to go to work in 6 hours. Good night, Raider Nation. Good night, Jack Bauer. You guys have a great night. As always, peace out. Go Raiders.
It's